Hey crew, so last episode we talked about a little bit about what we're trying to achieve when we are at the gym, right? Creating a new stimulus for our body to adapt to. This episode we're going to talk about training volumes. So it's going to get a little bit dicey, I guess is how I'd say it, because there's a few things to cover. I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. I'm hoping to do this all in one part. If I feel that there's some things that need to be further expanded upon, we can do a second part. But training volumes. So now, what is volume? Volume is the amount of work, at least by my definition. It's the amount of work that you guys are doing in a given workout, in a given week, given month, given year, okay? So not just one workout. A lot of people lose that sight where they're like, oh, it's Monday, I feel great, I'm going to kill myself and really get a good workout. Okay, your Monday got better, but then all of a sudden you come in Tuesday, Wednesday, you're still sore, you can't really work. So again, what we're talking about is weeks, months. Yes, days matter, but sometimes they really don't matter. Years. If this month I can get you to do a few more repetitions each day with a few more pounds of weight. Maybe you're jumping higher or running faster or adding some intensity, which we'll talk about in later episodes, but add some intensity to your workout and your volume has gone up a little bit from last month, you're going to be successful, whether you're trying to gain weight or lose weight. Now, we're talking from a very basic standpoint. In my training, and I do have to say this, in my training, I go through something called cycle type training, where I really push the amount of volume I do, total work done in maybe a given month or a 6-week period. Then as my repetitions and the volume goes down, I crank up the intensity, more and more weight. I'm a performance type athlete. I go through cycles, okay? For most people, what I'm about to say is going to help you just fine. In future episodes, we will talk a little bit more about the nitty-gritty of performance training and going through cycles. But anyway, volume. The way we calculate volume, we can kind of dive in pretty deep into this, but I'm going to try to keep it simple. Volume in an exercise, let's just say. Let's use squats as an example. Let's say you do 10 squats at a time, okay, 10 repetitions, and you do 4 sets. And by set, I mean another name would be rounds, right? 4 rounds of 10. You do 10 squats, you take a minute, 2 minute, whatever break, do another 10 squats, rest, 10 squats, rest, 10 squats, done. That's 4 sets. In total, that's 40 repetitions, okay? 40 reps, 4 times 10, right? Let's say you were using 100 pounds, okay? We take 40 times 100, 4,000, okay? So we did 4,000 total pounds of squat work in that workout. Cool, all right? You don't have to get super nitty gritty, right? You don't have to have the number on the side of your log and say, oh, I did 4,000 pounds today. No, but next week you come in, if you're in a phase that you're trying to do more volume, right? You have options. You can do 5 sets of 10. Don't necessarily recommend that because you're going from 40 reps to 50. That's a 20% increase. That's a lot. But you could add a 5th set. You could add a few more repetitions. You could maybe do 4 sets of 11. Or maybe you do 4 sets of 10 at 100 pounds and then do a 5th set, but this time it's only 5 repetitions, 6 repetitions, adding a little bit of total work. You can also add a pound, 5 pounds, whatever, right? Because let's say you did those 40 reps at 100 pounds, so you have 4,000 pounds of total work. If you did 40 reps at 105 pounds, now we're talking 4,200 pounds of total work. So you added 200 pounds of total work. That's what we do in order to increase that volume, okay? Now, you can go really crazy, and I like to do this with my individual athletes, is I like to know, okay, you did about, 3,500 pounds this week or on squats, let's crank it to 3,550 next week or whatever. Anyway, you could do that with every one of your exercises. The nice thing about that is a lot of people like habits, Monday's chest day, Tuesday's back day, Wednesday's leg day, whatever. If you like going in a type of trend like that or having a habit like that, if you're trying to avoid your body from adapting, we need to change those elements. So you can squat as your first exercise every Monday if you want, but we got to kind of mix and match how many repetitions we're doing, how much weight we're doing, how many sets we're doing, how long our rest is. And again, we'll talk more about how to manipulate intensity variables in a later episode. We're just talking volume now. Now, again, I had said before, if you come in on Monday and are like, I feel great, and you bang your head against the wall until you bleed, and Tuesday's workout is affected and Wednesday's workout is affected, you might actually, even though you had the best Monday ever, you might have a worse week of volume. And if you have a worse week of volume, that affects your whole month of volume. And even though every Monday you get this great day, you might actually go in the opposite direction of what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to lose weight, yeah, Monday was great. Maybe you took a class and you really went for it. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're still so exhausted from Monday, you're putting in less effort. And because of that, you aren't able to actually see those results. So other coaches will say sub-maximal training, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. So yes, you can have good days, but I'd rather you have 4 good days in a week than one great day, 2 days and 1 good day. If we can have 4 good days and build off of 4 good days every week, or 5, or however many you're working out, and we can continue to do that and stave off any bad days, your results are going to come really quickly. So again, volume. We want to make sure we're tracking how much total work are we doing. And if I work a little too hard today, is that going to make tomorrow's workout suffer? Last thing. You can't be a wuss, okay? So, Josh, you just said, okay. Some days you're going to wake up, you did a little extra volume, you feel like crap. Suck it up, okay? Because you're still trying to get 1 more pound, 1 more repetition. Now, in later episodes, we'll talk about importance of taking time off, deloads, things like that. We've talked about it a little bit, but I'm talking more like, okay, you did 6 weeks of really hard or 3 weeks of really hard, depending upon your type of athlete. And now we're going to do something called the deload or a pivot week where it's a little bit easier. But for now, if you're trying to strive every Monday to do a little bit more than last Monday, every Tuesday to do a little bit more, and again, it can be 1 repetition. If you're striving to do that, you will be successful.